Boswank says, "What up, buddy?" It's from Day Job Orchestra.
Yeah. So, speaking of broadcasting,
Yes.
let's jump to BBKB.
Yes.
How exactly your friendship started with Kate?
Well, I said, "Hello, bird. Nice tits. Want a shag?" She slapped me around the face, and the rest is no. It didn't start like that at all. Kate, I kind of got to know Kate because she started uploading stuff on RKO, and she used to be known as Kate Z because she assumed that everyone needed to have a Z in their name because of the Z Show, and I'm Boz and it's Ken's and Mez and
Yeah,
Ziz.
I would be very trendy then. Z owner.
Exactly. So she thought, I'll call myself Kate Z at the end. And we started just chatting on and off, not regularly, but on and off over like Facebook or maybe Twitter and stuff like that. And then it was actually Boswank that kind of forced her onto Skype once, and we started chatting on Skype. And then we met at BitLive Brighton, the second Brighton one. So we met in person for the first time there. And then we went to see the Fast Loaders as well.
Oh yeah, last year you mean?
Yeah.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So I met her there, but it was at BitLive that we kind of had a chat and blah blah blah, and then we talked on Skype afterwards and said, yeah, we get on really well together. You like the same kind of things as me. And this is around the time that the BBB, the show itself, I was finding it difficult to find new things to do because I used to like doing sketches, these little comedy sketches I do on the BBB sometimes, but I hadn't done one of those because I just had no inspiration. I couldn't think of anything funny to do. Mm-hmm. And you knew that Kate also, she was thinking of maybe doing some podcasts, so we kind of got to thinking, maybe you'd like to co-host the BBB. It gives Kate some experience of talking on air, and it gives me someone to bounce off of, which will give me the inspiration. So just over a year ago, we thought, okay, let's do it. And so what could BBB stand for? And we couldn't think of anything that just stood for BBB, so we made it BBKB, which stands for Bozzy Bites Kate's Bits. And that's how it became BBKB.
I see. And how did it feel to see her first after all those virtual experiences, what you've been through?
Sorry?
You haven't met live before, as I get it. So first you met virtually for a very, very long time. After you met live, right?
Yeah, exactly. It was all virtual. It was through Facebook, and it was also on Skype. So I mean, I got a good idea of what she was like then, and I thought, yeah, she's. I think she's going to turn into a good friend. And then when we met in real life at the BitLive Brighton, then I thought, yeah, she's fun. She's as tall as me, just about as well. She's a tall lass.
And by the way, she also asked the question. I have to look for this because I have way too many windows. Just a moment.
Okay.
Yeah, there we go. She wished me have a good show tonight, and asked Boz if he enjoyed the time I dragged him around Camden in London clothes shopping.
Yeah. That was the Fast Loaders. So we saw the Fast Loaders on the Saturday, and we decided just hang out on the Sunday. Her and Nikki as well, and it wasn't a very sunny day. It was raining every now and again, but very dull. But what shall we do? Oh, let's go around town shopping. And, I'm typical bloke. Stereotypically, I should say, fucking shopping. It was fine with me. I just went around and they were looking for stuff. I had already bought a couple of T-shirts for myself. So I was actually looking out for maybe another T-shirt. I couldn't find anything in the end, but we walked around for ages. It's good exercise for me, and we burnt some energy. So then we found this nice little cafe to have a drink of coffee and stuff as well. So
nice.
Don't worry, Kate. I guess you're listening. Don't worry, Kate. It was fine going around Camden.
You survived at least.
Yeah, it's fucking busy though. Loads of people. I forgot how busy London is. Sometimes you can feel a little bit claustrophobic with the amount of people and the amount, the small amount of space you have.
Yeah, but I'm also very surprised, by the way, about your accent in English. I understand everything clearly, and I know that you are from Leicester. And let's say I visited Leicester regularly for a year. Because my ex-husband was working nearby, and imagine that sometimes people started to talk to me on the street and I understood shit of what they said.
That's because Leicester people can have quite a strong Midlands accent. It's known as a Midlands accent. So if someone you knew came up to you, they'd say something like, "Hey up me duck, how are you?" And that means, "Hello, my friend, how are you doing?" And if it's going to rain, it's Black over Bill's mother's. And if you're surprised, you can say, "I stand at the foot of my stairs." And all of these phrases, and it can be difficult to understand proper Leicester, as we say. We don't say Leicester. It's Leicester.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. It was actually because I lived in Leicester for a long time. Then I moved down to Surrey, which is quite a posh county. It's hello, darling, hello. So some of my Leicester disappeared, and then when I moved to Sweden, this was not my accent before I moved to Sweden. This is my international British English, so I made myself as clear as possible for people whose language is not English as a first language. So
especially useful for broadcasting.
Exactly.
For several nations.
Yes. I mean, when you put your received pronunciation on, here is the weather. It's going to be windy, 2 degrees Celsius. You use that kind of nice, smooth radio voice. So I kind of use that accent nowadays. But if I go back to Leicester, and I speak to me mum, I do start sounding a bit Leicester.
Okay. I'm gonna listen up next time when I know that you have been there and you just arrived back.
I'm hungry. I want some food.
Okay. So, since we spoke about Kate, we have a request here from Lord Evil.
Oh, sorry, hang
exactly. Do you have your sample for him?
I need blood.
Just perfect. Okay. So he said he wants to hear something from boss partner in crime, Kate Bitt. Any of her Tusker mixes, your choice. And since it's my choice, I have a kind of emotional connection to the Tusker Into the Heart of Darkness radio edit, because this was the base of my very first show's intro, and I asked a permission for using that, and I still think it's amazing. So let's play this, and after that we're gonna come back because we talked more than 15 minutes for now.
Okay.
So this was Boz's partner in crime.